Hey, good morning, everybody. This is actually a specific video this morning because I'm coming out of the bubble and, it's about 5 o'clock in the morning. Got the coffee going on here. See that? Good little message. Yeah. Some of you might know where that's from. Um, Basically, what I want to say is this is to those of you who have played a significant role in my past. And without going into too much detail, it's kind of hard to, you know, individually connect with a large community. Um, let's say there's been a couple hundred people that maybe a few hundred that you've been, living life with for such a long time. And then all of a sudden, something happens and then you try to reconnect with all of them. And it's hard. And, this opportunity here on YouTube to connect with people, connect with the world is a really cool thing. I think it's a gift, and like any good gift, it can be exploited. But I'm hoping to use it for good, And I think the biggest message to friends and family uh, for the things I've done in the past, but in the more recent past, the last few years of Frederick's crash and burn mode has affected a lot of people. And it's funny when you're so caught up in, in difficult situations. A lot of times we medicate with substances, and it could be food, it could be, money, career, job. You think about the things that people will use to numb the pain of a life that isn't fulfilling, and I used a lot of things, and I think as time goes by, I might be able to talk about them more, but I don't want to just, out all my mess. What I do want to focus on is, the good things, the positive things, like I've come a long way in a short amount of time, September 22nd, of 2016 was the last time that, I decided to deal with my hurt and my pain with unfulfilling band-aid solutions, and I went and I got treatment. I went and got some help. I went to, finally say, look, I can't do this on my own, you know, and really you can't. I had some good people come alongside of me, and praise God for friends and family, and that you don't have to fight the fight uh, of brokenness and despair and alone. Don't ever think you're alone. I mean, that's the biggest lie you could believe. And if you start to believe the lie that you're alone, that becomes true for you. And there's nothing worse than believing you're all alone in this world, because it leads to a desperate despair to believe that you think that, hey, maybe the best way is for me to get out of here because I can't do this anymore, you know? And I bought into that, and I almost lost everything. I mean, I did lose everything, but I'm still breathing. There's air in my lungs. I have people that stuck with me, and the ones that didn't stick with me, that was never meant to be. Maybe they'll come by later on, but for right now, you know, like my cup says right here, there's been people that have made a difference in my life, and I'm so grateful for that. So to friends and family this morning, I want to say thank you for being there for me. I miss you. I love you. Uh, I'm thankful that I've got this courage starting to come up inside of me that I was able to write some of you letters and connect with you. Some of you I even had the leading to phone you, and that was very difficult for me to phone some of you. Even to write letters to some of you, because honestly, I mean, hear me. I can't change the past. I can't change what I've done. I'm sorry for, deciding that I was tough enough and strong enough to deal with my hurt and my pain all by myself. You know, it's like we think that somehow we have to be tough, that somehow, it's wrong to show emotion. It's wrong to admit that you're hurting. We live in this world that's just nonsense. We need each other. We're not supposed to live life alone, and there needs to be this sense of hope, because when you begin to deal with your hurt, there starts to spring out of you this hope, when you realize that you're not alone, and you realize that this world needs you, you know. It's like, you know, if you are too busy judging people, you don't have any time to love them. And I'm a guy who used to judge people. I still fight not judging people. I'll look at them, I'll listen to them, I'll read them, and it's like I'm making an opinion about them before I ever talk to them and sit down and get to know their story. I don't want my life to be like that no more. No more quick judgments, man. Mother Teresa said, love them. Love the person in front of you, and when you start to step inside another person's shoes, it makes a difference. We need to think about how we can, help each other and show love to each other and do good things for each other. That's the only way. I mean, you saw that movie, what was that little kid, Haley Joel Osment or something, and Kevin Spacey and Helen Hunt, I think it was called Pay It Forward. You want the world to be a better place? Go out and do something to make it a better place. Somebody does something for you, go out and do something for somebody else. So this is kind of the part of the YouTube channel called RUAH. RUAH, that Hebrew word for breath of life, breath of God, the first created human being, our Creator just kind of went, and He breathed life into the first human, and I'm at a point in my life now where I needed God, and I need God every day, and I'll need God tomorrow to continue to breathe life into my soul, into my spirit, because what do I have to offer the world if I am not a man who's fully alive, excited about living, and learning to trust, learning to be part of a community, and this RUAH community that God is, I believe, using me to begin to get other people connected to join the story. It's happening online. And you know what? I see a day where money is no longer a problem for me. And with money being the issue that's out of the way, I'm going to travel. Man, I'm going to tell people about the hope that I found. I'm going to continue to seek out this dream that I have. This dream I have to be the world's greatest storyteller. Man, that's almost arrogant to say that, but why not? Why can't I be the world's greatest storyteller? I just started my acting classes. I did some theater and TV and film, and I trying to get an agent. I got my headshots done. Went for an audition the other night, and I'm starting. I'm starting to change the way I eat, change the way I think, change who I hang around with, change the things I do. And it's that change, that process of renewing your mind, where this transformation becomes manifested in the physical, right? Because things start to change, and one can't happen without the other. Bert and Ernie, bacon and eggs. You can't have this spiritual transformation and have it not affect the outside. You look into your eyes, man. The eyes are the window to the soul. You look at somebody's eyes, you can see despair, despondency, pain, suffering, and sorrow. And you can look at another's eyes and you see a sparkle. What is that? The sparkle is hope. There's passion. There's things to get excited about talking to certain people, because you look into their eyes and you're like, wow, what is it about this person? And it's my hope that as I continue to reach out through the YouTube community, the channel that's called RUAH, this breath of life comes through me to other people. And those of you who have already been a part of my past and have decided to be part of my present, Get online, subscribe, because I might not be able to phone you all the time or write all the time, but I'm going to keep posting videos. And if you want to know what's going on with Frederick, you want to know what's going on in this part of the story, then just click, come visit, and we'll have coffee every day, every morning. I make my updates all the time. I promise to be online all the time and continue to spread the word, man, that there's this crazy, idiot, chubby white guy and he's on YouTube and he loves life and he wants you to join him. So God bless, take care, and remember, it's all about the RUAH, the breath of life.